Hey y'all, welcome to Horsehead Bookends. Today we are going to go over my favorite top 10 albums of 2022. They might not all have been released for the first time in 2022, but they are my favorite pickups throughout the year. But first, let's go over some of the things I recently picked up. Starting off with the 2-4 of They Might Be Giants, Apollo 18 picture disc, and They Might Be Giants Flood. Got these both off their website. Actually, the They Might Be Giants Apollo 18 has an awesome picture on the backside. Check it out right there. And I was super happy to add both of these to my collection. Next up is another twofer. My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult, Sexplosion, and then Confessions of a Knife. I got these both direct from Wax Trax. I think this one came out last year, limited orange vinyl. This one, I'm not sure, maybe 2020, I think, but super happy to have these in the collection. It's kind of hard finding Wax Trax vinyl. Next up from Newberry Comics, a limited edition of 250, Anthrax, Persistence of Time. Probably my favorite Anthrax album ever, and it is 4 LPs. Lots of extra stuff on here. This sounds fantastic. Super happy that I was able to grab one of these. And then finally, Ween, Painting the Town Brown, first time on vinyl in the US. Incredibly happy to have this. I've listened to this a ton of times. And this is, I don't have a lot of Ween vinyl. This is actually my first one. A lot of my Ween I have is on cassette and CD. But this one is, oh, it sounds so good. It's such a great live compilation. Okay, so let's start with the top 10 pickups of 2022. Okay, so going through my top 10 list, looks like I got 4 reprints and 2 live albums and some other first time on vinyl since maybe when it was first issued, I think. I don't think I have, oh, and there's actually 2 brand new releases, I think, for 2022. So let's start with number 10, and that is a repress of Francis the Mute from Mars Volta. This is my absolute favorite Mars Volta album. I love it, and every time it was printed, I never grabbed a copy. They repressed it, I snagged a copy, I listened to this a bunch of times. I am super happy to be able to have this. Number 9, Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, In My Prime. This, I think, was a Record Store Day release originally, but was actually pushed back and came out, I think, the week after Record Store Day. This is Art. I love Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. They're great, and this pressing sounds so good. It's so clean. I really enjoy this album. Next up is brand new for 2022, and that is from King Gizzard, Omnium Gatherum. King Gizzard, I believe, put out 3 albums this year. I got 2 of them. This and Ice Planet's Death something something something. Both are very good. This one I thought was way better, so this is why this is on my list. So this is a great pickup. Number 7, I think, another new one for 2022, Record Store Day release, and that is Jazz Dispensary, Super Skunk. They put out 2 albums in 2022, Jazz Dispensary. One was Super Skunk, the other one was Haunted High, or Halloween High, I don't remember. This one, I think, was a much better release. Just a great jazz compilation. I've never been disappointed with any of these records. Coming in number 6, one of my favorite bands of all times, the OCs of Foul Form. This is much heavier than their previous work, I guess you can say. Actually, the last one was pretty heavy, but this is such a good album. Has some great videos for Funeral Solution, I think. Yeah, Funeral Solution was one, and Perm Act. You can find them on YouTube, but this is a fantastic album, especially if you're a fan of John Dwyer and Company. Number 5 is one of the recent pickups I got, and that is Anthrax, Persistence of Time. Not much more to say about this album. It's great. My favorite Anthrax album. So super happy to grab this. Number 4 is another reprint, and that is, which came out pretty quickly, that is Fish's A Picture of Nectar. Recently reprinted from Dry Goods. They sold out super quick. Buddy sent me a message, said, hey, they're up, go and grab a copy. I did, and I have to say the sound quality is amazing, so I was super excited to add this to the collection. Down to the top 3, and here is one of the 2 live albums, and again, we've talked about it before, Ween, Painting the Town Brown. There's not much to say. It's a great live compilation, absolutely love it. Number 2 is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. It is the first reissue of it. I think it was issued in '89. I still have it on cassette and I listen to it all the time, and that is Voivod's Nothing Face. This is such a good album for prog metal. I'm just so blown away by it. If you haven't heard it, I suggest give it a listen. It's really, really, really good. And then finally, the only other live album is Zappa and the Mothers, December 10th, 1971. This was the show where at the end, Zappa was pushed off stage and broke his leg by some crazy dude in the audience, but the recording and the show itself is fantastic, and this is a live show that I actually spin a whole lot. So that's it. Those are my top 10 of 2022. I am really happy with what I grabbed, especially over the course of the year. Looking forward to 2023. Hopefully there'll be some better offerings for Record Store Day this year, because the last one, if you've watched my other videos, I wasn't too thrilled with. But anyway, have some more records coming in soon. So we will go over them as soon as I get them in. So please let me know below some of your favorites of last year and what you're looking forward to in 2023. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to click on subscribe and ring the notification bell. You get notified anytime I upload a new video. Questions or comments, feel free to post them below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, talk to you later.